Greetings, everyone. DFG here with Gideon's Flight. Hey, guys, I want to take just a minute of your time and I want to talk to you about something very important. And that something today is influence. Now, one of the things that we do at Gideon's Flight is that we focus on social issues. We also focus on spiritual matters and also we self improvement. And so the message today is going to be around self improvement. For you guys who follow me on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen the physical, what we mean by the physical component. I mean, you see me in the gym and I'm flexing my little muscles, etc., etc. All right, I'm sure some of you say, golly, this guy really loves himself. And I do. And I hope you love yourself as well. As the saying goes, to thyself be true, right? And if you don't love yourself, it's hard to ask somebody else to love you, right? So even the good book says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So don't think that's too vain of me. That's just my little way of motivating you to say, hey, look, if I'm out there grinding and getting it done and, you know what I'm saying, and doing it professionally and still trying to keep myself physically fit, then you know what? You can do it too. But in regards of my message for you today around influence, I want to share with you an excerpt from my book. So I want you to bear with me for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I'm going to read this excerpt from you. And it's a true story. One of my experiences as a young leader, being given a special assignment and all the surprises that it came around, that all the surprises that were abounding, I guess is the right way to say it, in that experience. Things that I did not expect and did not anticipate, but thank goodness for influence, I was able to overcome. So bear with me. I'm going to read this excerpt, then I'm going to give you some closing comments, and guess what? We'll be done. All right? But my question, as I begin this particular chapter, is do you have influence? It's a real question, and I'm not sure it's given the respect and attention needed for a leader when building a winning team. While influence can be both positive and negative, if you want to be out front, you must possess the ability to inspire. This can only happen when you have both passion and you got to have some experience in leading. Early in my career as assistant manager, I was chosen to head a large warehouse merger consisting of two big box units. I was to consolidate the two into one super unit while keeping both operating units open for business the entire time. Unbeknownst to me at the time, my selection to head this project, I would be the sole person in charge. And that was a surprise. I just knew the cavalry would be there and everyone would be there and make my life so easy and I'd get a chance to just go around and give direction. Didn't happen like that. Okay. And so having never been given such responsibility before as a young leader, you can imagine the anxiety. And although it had not been promised, I knew my chance to be promoted to the next level fully depended on my success on that particular assignment. Experience in remodels and a strong desire to succeed I had. What I didn't have at the time was influence. The assignment was in northern Louisiana or northeastern Louisiana, and I was from the southern part of the state. The culture was totally different, and no one there knew who I was. When I asked the general manager of the two existing units who were the additional project managers along with myself, I was politely told that no one else was coming, that it's you. We were told you were the person that was going to come and take care of it. And man, I am telling you, if there was ever a time I wanted to just go run and hide, that was the time. But guess what? When the spotlight comes on, it's too late. No hiding, all right? And so, and it was two different parts of the region of the state. So Louisiana, as you know, is the big boot. And northern Louisiana is considered the Bible Belt. In southern Louisiana, well, that's New Orleans. Need I say any more? Okay. So anyway, the culture was totally different, and no one knew who I was. When I asked both of the general managers who were the additional project managers, I was politely told that no one else was coming, that it would be me and me alone heading the merger. To say that I was in a state of panic would be an understatement. I tried to hide my distress and immediately asked their pardon and headed for the first place where I could be alone. I'll never forget it, guys. I found a large display of paper towels, and if you've ever been in a wholesale club, you know what I'm talking about. I found a large display of paper towels that had an opening in the back of them. And I walked behind the display where no one could see me, and the strangest thought came to my mind. Okay? And it was a slogan from a beer commercial. And it stated, when things get tough, have a cold one and never let them see you sweat. So, and I can remember playing it and be, okay, never let them see you sweat, Dale. Never let them see you sweat, Dale. And so I'm back there getting myself together. And then it's funny now looking back that at that moment, it was where passion and determination combusted into now or never situation. And over the next 6 weeks, I held meetings to communicate vision, celebrated daily accomplishment, listened to everyone involved in the merger, including the non-exempt employees, encouraged friendly competition to achieve goals, appreciated the team daily, shared progress as well as hit or missed guidelines or timelines. And guess what, guys? We ended up finishing that project 2 weeks ahead of time. And without all of the listed behaviors, which I call influence, it could have not been possible. Leaders have to understand that when leading others, it is personal, okay? It doesn't matter how many people you have. It's personal. The rule of keeping business and personal separate is at best antiquated. So that old saying, you got to keep business and no, guys, that might have been 40 years ago. That's not now, okay? You got to interact. You got to be there where the team is to catch the heartbeat of the team and know what's important to that team so that you can meet their expectations. As the old saying goes, people don't want to know how much you know until they know how much you care. You have to have a personal relationship with your team. All right? They have to see you as a human. But anyway, it's antiquated and at worst, a productivity drainer. Leaders in the 21st century must understand and be able to work with and interact with a millennial workforce. This workforce is accustomed to being a part of the daily decision-making process. They also are more comfortable and therefore more productive when they are invited into social circles as well. The old adage of separation does not inspire creative thinking nor inclusion. No inclusion, no influence. No inclusion, no influence. No influence, expect impaired in a dysfunctional workforce. And so what am I saying with this? What I'm saying that whether you're leading your family, whether you're leading, your community, whether you're a leader on a team or a coach of a team, whether you're a leader at work, a CEO for that matter, you have to understand that your success will largely have a lot to do with your ability to influence those people who are looking to you for guidance as their leader. So never underestimate the importance of leadership influence as you're trying to build your team. Because at the end of the day, yes, this story ends with me getting promoted. But, without influence, without partnership, without communication, without patience, without participation, without caring, it never would have happened, okay? And so I'll end it like this. Never let them see you sweat. Thanks, guys, for listening. Have a great day. Bye now.